bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Genesis Academy, the school for students with behavioral challenges on Grand Bahama, is reporting a successful past school term. Tonight, the principal of that institution is discussing plans for the upcoming school term and their plan to inspire students. Shashina Roll reports.
Principal Ricardo Major says Genesis Academy is making significant strides academically.
For the first time, we thought we should allow our children to sit the national exam, the BJC, and we're excited about the results we got in that exam. It was only 5 students that did the exam, but out of that I got an A in science, and I need to say congratulations to my science teacher, Miss Gina LaRoda, and then also some good passes in math and also language.
And when it comes to the students who are deemed to have behavioral challenges, Major is pleased to say that these students are also progressing well.
We were able to recommend a number of students to go back into the mainstream, and some persons would have still had to continue with the program here in order for us to see the results that would assist them in being able to be successful in the mainstream. This year in mainstream we would have had about 5 students went back in the mainstream school. We had about 3 of them that would have gone on to BTVI, or the Total Educational Center, and again we were able to prepare them as best as we can to be able to enter in these institutions.
There are 4 students currently enrolled at Genesis Academy, but the principal says by next week they're expecting an additional 12. He is excited about the school's future plans and changing the lives of these students.
I'm hoping that I can expose our children to more community jobs that are in the community, because I think saying that, doing the field trips, saying that kind of excite them about education and what they can possibly aspire to be or what they can aspire to do. I'm really hoping, and I personally will be having to spearhead this because again I have no budget for it, but at least start the technical program that I keep talking about here. I've spoken about last year, that is with the carpentry. I'm an avid carpenter, also plumber, so I'll have to, once I can solicit material for that, we'll start that. I think the first program that we're going to do is we plan to install our own irrigation system in the farm area.
Shashina Roll, ZNS Network News.
The Total Education Center in Hawksville is getting ready for yet another productive semester. The center, which opened its doors in 1997, is known for offering intensive technical career training and vocational programs. This year, they have implemented a hospitality and small business course. President Fred Delancey says the students benefit greatly from the hotel training program.
We're given top priority to begin with, because I think we know what the companies want, especially in regards to the hotel. We know what the hotel is looking for. So we train, our hotel training program is designed specifically to facilitate the needs of the Grand Ducayan Hotel for the most part.
A total of 50 scholarships will be awarded to students ages 17 to 22 years participating in the new program. Delancey added that other local businesses are accepting graduates from the Technical Training Center as well, including Polymers and the Grand Bahama Port Authority. A lot of what is done at the center is in partnership with the West Grand Bahama Youth Development Association. Co-founder of the organization, Lindy Russell, is proud of the work of the training center.
Because of what is happening among young people not being employed, he's implemented this scholarship program to get them involved. And so we find that a lot of young people are idle, and so I commend him for the commitment and dedication they continue to show in this regard. And so I just would like to ask the community to remember and reflect on what we would have accomplished over the 22 years.
Russell says that both the TEC and the West Grand Bahama Youth Development will continue to work together to transform the lives of young people. The Astro Group will host its annual prostate cancer screening clinic this evening and tomorrow at the Pierce Plaza on Coral Road. More Bahamians are now falling ill with the disease, and the organization is encouraging men to get screened. As part of their educational campaign, a town meeting was held this week to better equip men with the knowledge they need to fight prostate cancer. Oncology consultant Dr. Devon Curling says 1 in 6 men will get prostate cancer during their lifetime. He adds that family history can increase that risk.
If you have a first-degree relative that has prostate cancer, you're looking at a 2-fold increase. So now your odds just went from 1 in 6 to 1 in 3. If you then further that and you say you have 2 first-degree relatives, then your risk goes up 4-fold. Okay, so you drop down from 1 in 6 to about 1 in 1.5.
He says the number one factor is age, and that's why men over the age of 40 are urged to get regular exams.
The older you get, the more likely you are to get some form of prostate cancer. For instance, if you were to actually examine, and they've done these studies already, so if you take men over the age of 70 and over the age of 80, and you did autopsies on all those men that died, you would find that actually about 70% of them had an occult prostate cancer. So they had a prostate cancer that was sitting there. And it brings up some points when it comes to screening and how aggressive do we need to be with screening, and there's a lot of questions that evolve around that.
Research shows that prostate cancer in black men occurs at a younger age, is more aggressive, and kills very rapidly. Dr. Curling also notes that the BRCA1 gene that increases the risk for breast cancer is also linked to prostate cancer.
That gene also causes an increased risk in prostate cancer. Okay? So about 5 years ago, about 5-6 years ago now, when we actually first looked at this and we studied Bahamian women, and we studied high-risk Bahamian women with breast cancer, we found this abnormally high rate of this BRCA1 gene. So we're now beginning the next phase of that research, which is, okay, let's now begin to look at our men and see what the rate of the BRCA1 gene is in our men with prostate cancer. Okay? Because as I said, it does increase the risk. So there may be a large portion of the population who's getting their prostate cancer because of that.
He's advising men to exercise regularly, make their diet more plant-based, and avoid red meat as much as possible. Well, it's the weekend again.
Yeah, Lionel Hall is celebrating in Luther, so you know he's.
What is he celebrating?
His birthday.
Oh, happy
Lionel's
birthday, LH.
63 and over.
Wow. Happy Senior Citizens Day. Happy birthday, LH. And that's our Northern edition tonight on behalf of the entire team.
I'm Sabrina Brown.
I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. Good night.